sell on that. Well, 605 on a little bit of New Jersey built equipment, so I guess it's fitting. I get up there pretty good. Sandy Grant down here. Throw me your number one more time. I'll try and catch it this time. American Eagle 2420. What is your first personal? Got operator Brad here. Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta. Send you 73. Good sound station, friend.
Well, how's everybody doing? It is late afternoon here, as you can see on the clock, or maybe not. It is 4:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can see what's coming in on the radio now. Only 38, lower sideband. And we're getting Texas in pretty powerful. So there's nothing else really kicking on regular CB at this moment. Now, everybody that's been running their radios the past week has been talking all over. It's kind of cool. Really do enjoy that stuff. And I really enjoy everybody and their patience and helping out. We're getting the contacts too. So it's guys are really doing a good job. Because I'm listening to your channels also and viewing them, and I'm seeing where you're getting. And I've gotten to talk to some of you on the radio. So the list is the list, and wow, it's been amazing lately. Of course, we had I was able to get contact with Delta X-Ray 444 Glenn, and that was kind of cool to get that contact in. And I'm sure that's just the first of many with him, like everybody else, and vice versa. So we'll keep trying. Doing the best we can. I was watching the solar forecast, and it looks like it's going to be good for us and what we do, flinging that skip. So it looks like we have like another 4 or 5 nice days coming up. Oh, I hope that's true. But again, we all say that it's going to get better, and it will. Okay, you new folks, if you're new to the hobby and you were just spinning around and you're finding a lot of different channels and what people are up to, well, this is what we do. It's old radios for me and a lot of the other guys that I hang out with and friends, stations. They run a lot of newer radios, older radios, everything else too. So for me, it's very nostalgia. For you guys, you that are returning, good to have you come back with us. I know there's a lot of folks on the comments that are getting back into it and getting their antennas straightened out, their radios, and just getting set up. So there's no better time than what we've been seeing the past week or so. So we look forward to hearing all those new stations out there. We look, and I know we're going to hear our returning stations because they're just took a little sabbatical, as they say. I've done it time to time. Not a big deal. But if you're back now, yeah, you came back at the right time. Because this solar cycle is going to be an interesting one. And it's really been, it's had its ups and downs, but when it's up, it's up. And it's only going to get better, as most of us say. So if you're new to it, we'll do the best we can to share and answer questions. Again, if you're into the very new radios, and Yaesus, and I'm not going to go on with that, but if you're into that and that's what you're running, that is not my forte, unfortunately. I do know them, but, it's not what I do. So I'm sort of hung up on regular CB. Most know that, so. But, as far as going to the uppers, what we call the uppers above 40, I can get around there very well, as a lot of you know, and we've had contacts there. So, sideband for me is really working. Somebody said to me, why don't you work AM a little more? I would, I just don't have the time. So, and sideband for us it's much easier if I want to, or something Darren had said to me, at one point, go to this frequency. So I think it was 27,435, somewhere around there, and went there, and we had a contact there also. So, uh, when the channels are clogged, they're clogged, but there's always places to go. Gets me back to and I've got 38 on right now, and there's stations are booming in, but there's not many. But when it's running, it's like trying to get, again, it has become the Super Bowl of sideband in the States. So it's a great meeting place, and it's nice to hear all those voices and numbers, but you're really going to get those contacts where you can get all the numbers, personal name, maybe a minute to talk about anything, radios, what you're running. It's going to be on those other channels, 37, 36, 35, 39, as we saw today, worked for us. So there it is. That's what you're up to. Yeah, my old Lafayette today, it made the trip across the puddle again. So it always has, and very happy with that. Another thing is I'm not running a ton of wattage. And, I could simply show you very quickly that my PEP is probably about 150, somewhere around there. So my equation to that is probably about 70 watts on AM, I would think. And that's what it is. So that's not that much, actually. And those are things we don't talk about. So you don't need a lot, especially if you're new coming back. If you're new, you don't need a lot until you figure out what you want to do of power. And of course, an A400 Cyro Starduster is what I'm using. It's not a big antenna, but if you are unfamiliar with it, it's best to go on, just go online, and you can either buy them, and look at it that way, or you can read reports or whatever. For me, it works perfectly. And that's one of those things that's going to stay on the route. These, so Starduster is, it's the angle. You really need to look at it at that antenna if you're unfamiliar with it, and you'll understand that it's the angle of what's going on there with the radials, and up top the little radials also that are at an angle, and it's all for the bounce for me. Now an Astroplane, which we'll be putting up this week, is going to get me the same kind of deal. It's got the same kind of angle going on, a little different, but so we'll be putting that up. You'll all get to see that and know what's going on with that. So that's what we're here for. And over at 11 Meters Skip Chasers on Facebook, we hang out there. That's always fun. I appreciate everybody, the members over there. I know you're here too, listening to this with me. And I do my best to watch everybody's videos and everything. And you guys are really putting out some great stuff. Amazing stuff. The old thing, OCV's dead. Well, yeah, okay. That's what you want to believe. And people believe that, but it is far from dead. And 11 meters is probably the proper way to say it. So, I don't want to take up any more time. Everybody's busy, and you all know I am. And I did take the radios out of the shack outside today. Sorry, but it's getting really super cold, and I'm not going to be out there that much. Just hanging around out there. So, anyway, we'll be back on that in the spring. And tomorrow I'm going to take the antennas down, the dipole down, of course. Store that for the winter. So just trying to get ready like everybody else. So, I just want to send good tidings and wishes to everybody and your families. Hope everybody's doing well. You're in my prayers always. And it's been a great DXing, and we're shaking hands across the puddle. And between 11 Meters, Skip Chasers on Facebook, and our channels, I think people get to see that we're the bunch. We're just, that's what it's about. It's a goodwill thing. And also at the same time, it's one of those challenges. So I appreciate knowing everybody on both sides of the puddle. You all make it fun, interesting, and at times, it gets us going. So this is New York 202, and we are situated in the northernmost part of New York State, the northern part of the Adirondack Mountain Park. It's in the woods and not far from Montreal and the border. You all have a great day and night, or whatever it might be, wherever you are. I'm going to catch you the next time. Hopefully I'll catch you on 39 or 37 now. Try to remember that, guys, on the lower side. Okay, we'll get better communications. So, thanks again, guys.
What was that? Sounds like